Hola, hola. It's your girl, Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, queen, as is. There is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome. And I am here to remind you, I'm a confidence coach, a business mentor, a speaker, an author, and I am obsessed with women standing up, showing up, and creating their confidence. And I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Welcome to the podcast. So we just went through Black Friday, and my husband and I were chatting about how wild and hectic it is that we get about 1 million emails into our inbox, just selling, consumption, buy this thing, buy this hat, buy these pants, buy these shoes, 20% off, 50% off, blah, blah, blah. And I was up in people's emails, sending my Next Level November emails, just thinking like, people are going to have to sift through this sea of shit that they are getting right now for Black Friday, which is a holiday that in America, I don't know if y'all have seen, but people be punching each other in the face for televisions and shit. Like back in the 80s and 90s, like Black Friday was a hot mess. Like it was just hectic. And somehow this amazing holiday has made its way to Australia. And this year especially, it was like Black Friday 3 weeks early. And I know the times are tough, and I know things have shifted post-pandemic, and I know financially people are just trying to sell shit. I'm a business. I get it. I got to pay bills and pay my staff. Totally understand. But it's pretty wild. And before we get into today's episode, I just wanted to give you a moment to reflect on the Black Friday purchases, on the shit that you bought, or maybe you didn't buy anything, how that made you feel. Did you buy shit you don't need? Are you investing in things that are actually not going to support your growth? They're not going to support you. They're not going to support your family. Just things that it's a fucking waste because they're on sale. I've been thinking about this a lot because I noticed myself just being like, nah, I'm not going to buy that. Do I need that? And it's going to help us move into today's episode around the holiday season, because reflection is big, right? Like when you slow down enough where you don't react, but you think about what you're doing, that shit's powerful. That shit's growth. Like that is change. When you can slow down enough to go, do I need another pair of Skims? Do I need to buy that eyeshadow? Should I go get injectables and spend my money on that? Is that going to make me really feel more confident? Really? Maybe, maybe not. Right? When you start to reflect, you have a moment before you take action. You have a moment before you scream and yell at your kids. You have a moment before you say yes when you really want to say no. It just gives you that like pause, that space. And so I think it's a very good thing to move into when it comes to the holiday season, because the same way that some of you may have went, I don't need that, or I don't think I want to pay for that, or I don't think that's going to actually support me or serve me to buy that. Have another drink. I don't think I need to do that. That kind of reflection and pause is going to support you so much, because you'll be able to think about what you want to do next before you just react. And I'm telling you, I was a person that reacted a lot. Like I was all about reaction. And to have that little bit of growth, I want you to celebrate yourself if that's you. If that's not you, that's cool. What an opportunity. Now you know where you're at, and now you know you need to grow. Now you know, fuck, I spent all this money on bullshit I didn't need for Black Friday. I actually haven't paid for therapy. That's what I really fucking need. I actually haven't joined a program. I actually haven't invested in myself. I actually haven't done anything for myself, but I bought a bunch of presents for someone else. Cool. No judgment, babe. But just start to see who you're being and how you're showing up. Because I'll tell you right now, the economy is wild right now, right? In every country, because of all that shit that happened a couple of years back. And you will see the fucking shopping center lit. Like you will see people dropping dollars at the shopping center. And you're like, where are the priorities? And I feel like people may not know where to spend their money, how to invest their money. They may not know how to make really great decisions with their money. There's a whole podcast around money that Hamish and I have been brewing up. So that shit's coming soon. Can't believe I haven't really talked much about money on the podcast after like 372 episodes. Holy shit. 5 years? What? Anyway, I just wanted to jam on that real quick before we started because I noticed a lot. I noticed how people would happily pay for bullshit plastic they don't need, but are really funny and ask questions when it comes to investing in their health, when it comes to internal health, right? When it comes to investing in their personal development, when it comes to therapy. Like, it's wild. Just notice that. It's just a curiosity. So today we're talking about how you want to show up in the holiday season. And whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, or you don't celebrate anything, or whatever your holiday is, this is that end of year shit where there are parties. There is a lot of food that's delicious, and some of it's not great for us. There's a lot of drinking, a lot of alcohol, a lot of family that maybe they come out the woodwork and you haven't seen in a long time for good reason, right? There's a lot of children and presents and money spending and, you know, cooking and shit going on. It's a busy time. Whether you believe in any of the holidays or not, this is usually a very busy time. Conditioned wise, we as a society do something around this holiday season. So I want to ask you, and I want to get you to think about, how do you want to show up in the holiday season? Because it's coming around the corner. Like, we are in December 2023. The year is ending. We are about to be in 2024 at the time of recording this. Like, TikTok time is passing us by. I can't believe it's the end of the year. I want to be like, where the hell did that year go? And also, thank goodness, bring on 2024. Because shit, like, wow, you know? So I really want you to think about how you want to show up. So as you're listening to me, start to see if you can see in your mind's eye, what is this season going to bring for you? What do you usually do in December, January timeframe, end of the year? What do you do with your family? What do you do at work? What do you do in your friend circle? How is your social calendar? Does it get really hectic and really busy and really crazy? How is the end of year for you? I know for me, one of the things I said this year, especially at the beginning of the year, and we'll do this again. There's going to be the Goals and Intentions Workbook that we do every year. Hamish and I will do the podcast. We might even run a free masterclass. And it's going to come out, this workbook that we do every year, and we give to our audience, to you. And you basically reflect on the year that was and start to create the year to be. This year, when we chose our word of the year and when we talked about how we wanted to feel this year, I remember Hamish had this word, and it was like, basically like, yo hago lo que me dé la gana, right? Bad Bunny's album. Yo hago lo que me dé la gana, which means I do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I was like, I'm going to take that. Like, that wasn't my word of the year, but I wanted to take that vibe. Like, this year, I was like, I want to do what I want to do with who I want to do it with, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. I don't want to be, like, I'm going to tell you straight the fuck up. I'm not going to anybody's house to be, you know, air quotes, polite. I'm not doing that. I don't know if it's because I turned 40 this year, but I'm not doing that. I'm not hanging out with anybody who says bullshit that I don't want to listen to. I'm not going to be polite with neighbors that I'm fucking bored and I don't want to spend my precious ass limited time with. I'm not going to, if I don't feel like going to church because that's not my vibe, I'm not going. I'm not going to do it for anyone. Make sense? So this year we did this Goals and Intentions Workbook, Hamish and I ourselves, and that was the vibe. And so moving into the holiday season, I want you to reflect and think about, what are the things that you don't like doing, the people who you don't like being with, the places where you don't want to go, the things that you don't want to do, don't want to eat, don't want to drink, don't want to buy. What are all the things that you're like, no, my whole body, it's a fuck no. But you find yourself in these positions somehow anyway. What are the things? Start thinking about this year, if you could choose, which you can, if you could choose how you wanted to show up at the end of 2023, at the end of the year, into the holiday season, how would you show up? Who would present? How would you feel if you could choose it? What feelings would you choose? What do you want to feel this holiday season? Do you want to feel content, happy, grateful, excited? Do you want to feel calm, cool, and collected? Maybe it's been a hectic ass year. I want to feel calm. I want to chill. I want some warm lights. I be doing the Christmas tree warm lights. I can't be having multicolored. I can't be having bright white. Like, yo, chill. My fucking nervous system is like, no. We can't be having flashing. Right? Like, my Christmas tree is already up. All my Christmas decorations are up, by the way. I got them up like November 20th. I love Christmas so much. It's my first time in my house. Don't make me want to cry. My house. Like my house that I bought, that we paid for. It's Christmas in my house. We're going to have the whole family at our house. I put up all the lights. I felt like a foster kid. I'm digressing from the podcast, by the way, if you couldn't tell. I felt like a foster kid because I was, I'm a Puerto Rican Latina. I grew up in the hood and I lived in foster care, and I had a lot of white families. I had one Spanish family, but I had more white families. And one of my white families, the Hughes, I remember them. They had this like typical fucking Michael Bublé Christmas, like lights around the house, chestnuts roasting on an open fire, like legit proper. I would sit on the stairs and just look at the fireplace and the Christmas tree, and I'd be like, oh my God, one day I'm gonna have this when I'm a kid. Like when I grow up, I'm gonna have this myself. So to put up all the lights in my house and have my own fucking house and have my own Christmas tree, like this was the year that I did it. So I'm very happy about that. And I said to Hamish, I'm like, this year I want to feel calm. I want to feel chilled. I want to relax. I want to zen. I want to, recharge my nervous system because it's been a fucking hectic ass year. And so that's one of the things that for us we're doing. We're going to have Christmas family over. And I said to my husband, I would love to have these people come. There are people who I don't want to invite and I don't want to have to invite. No offense, but I don't want to do that. I don't want people in my house that I don't want in my house. And he was like, yeah, cool, no worries. Cool, I'm with you. I was like, this is the food that we're going to make and we're not going to do that. Like this is how many presents we're going to buy our kids and that's fucking it. And we're going to talk to your family so that they don't spoil them because I want them to have that and not that. Yeah, so like we just started to think about how we were going to have our holiday season and what we were going to do. And it was so amazing because now I got a map. What is your map? What's your map for December? What's your map for January? What are you doing? Because if you don't make a decision as to what you're going to do, what you're not going to do, who you're going to be with, who you're not going to be with, what you're going to put into your freaking body, the shit that you're going to eat, the shit that you're not going to eat, what you're going to drink, how much. I'm telling you right now, especially if I've got anybody listening that has food issues or drinking issues, I have had drinking issues like alcoholism. Like I have had issues with drinking. I already know if I don't make a plan when I go places, not now, but before, I'd be like, oh, I'm just going to have a few drinks. Bullshit. Say how many. I'll have 10 drinks. But now when I used to go out, I'd be like, I'm going to have 2 drinks. I'm going to have 4 waters. You better believe because I made a master plan in my head and I told someone when I got there, that's what happened. Makes sense? I know it's silly, but if we don't prepare ourselves for this season, here's what I don't want for you. And here's why I'm doing this podcast. I have so many of my clients, by the way, I got you. I'm doing more Christmas podcasts. Don't worry. But this is the beginning, right? I hear you all. You're like messaging me and sending me in sisterhood. I hear you. I love you. I got you. But I'm doing this because if we don't pay attention this season, what we can feel is number one, broke internally and broke in our wallet because we overspend. Fucking bloated and disgusting. We overeat and we eat shit that's not making us feel good. Shameful because of all the alcohol and the behavior that we did because we were drunk. Lost, bloated, overwhelmed, burnt out, people pleasing our asses off, resentful, angry, broke. Did I mention broke? Spending too much fucking money. Yeah, like if we don't prepare ourselves, we'll be sitting at the kitchen table with our creepy fucking uncle who's an asshole and we have history with, smiling like we don't mind next to our kids. Fuck no, baby. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm sorry. You get to choose how this holiday season pans out. I want you to think about this whole year. You busted your ass to make it through 2023. You get to choose how you end this year. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to host people. What will they think? What will they say? Baby girl, they think and they say anyway. They think and they say anyway. So you might as well have your cake and eat it too. You might as well have your beautiful holiday season the way that you want it. If you want to go on a vacation, man, I told y'all already. I regret last year. I love my brother-in-law. He lives in Bangkok. We went to visit him. We don't really love Bangkok, Thailand. We went, mom and dad wanted to go. We didn't have a relaxing trip. It was fine, but I wasn't relaxed. And I had a fuckery of a year last year with my mother getting sick. And what I should have done for me and my husband and our kids was looked after ourselves and said, no, thank you. We're doing our own little holiday and that's all we're going to do. But we said yes, and then we fucking paid for it. So I'm speaking to you from experience. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to say, that's not good for me and my family. You are allowed to say, I don't want to do that. Who gives a fuck? You be mean, be mean. What, you're going to be mean to people or be mean to yourself? I'd rather you hurt somebody's feelings and say no than you be mean to yourself, then you pay for that. That's not fair to you. So be your own best friend, right? Like, hook yourself up. You got to look after you. You have to choose you, because no one's going to tell you what's best for you and your family, especially if you have a family, like your own little family unit. So some things to think about. How do you want to feel this holiday season? How do you want to feel emotion-wise? Do you want to feel calm? Do you want to feel fun? Do you want to have some fun? Because maybe you've been fucking working your ass off. I know we need to have some fucking fun. We're going to go dancing. I'm going to Afrobeats on Wednesday. Like I've been saying I wanted to do that. I'm doing that. It's the end of the year, and I've been saying all year that I wanted to do that, and I'm doing it now. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Just do it. Do what makes you happy. Do you want to have fun? Do you want to feel like you want to catch up with friends that you haven't been able to catch up with? Do you want to have an open schedule with no plan? Maybe your family plans too much and you're like, I don't want to fucking do that. I just want to chill, maybe lay on the couch, and then I want to watch something, and then I want to walk on the beach or do whatever the fuck I want. Maybe you want freedom because your schedule is so tight and crazy. I don't know, but start thinking right now, how do I want to feel this holiday season? Put that shit on paper, my friend, okay? Always come to the podcast with paper and pen. And if you don't, rewind, come back, make sure you write this shit down. The second thing is, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to show up and present as? Do you want to be someone who's feeling good and feeling positive? Do you want to be friendly, spreading fucking joy, smiling at strangers in the streets? Maybe you're a happy, joyous person, and for a long time you haven't been able to share that with others. Others need your joy, my love. Smile at a stranger. It might make someone's fucking day. Maybe you're really chatty and you want to talk to strangers. Talk to people in the elevator at fucking the shopping center. Fantastic, right? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be a listener? Because maybe you talk a lot. Maybe all you do is fucking talk about yourself and your life and your kids and your family, and you're not great at fucking listening. Erica, I'm talking to myself, right? That's been a thing I've always worked on now. Like, I know I'm a talker, so shut the fuck up and listen. Maybe that's you. You need to listen. Fantastic. Maybe you're in your shell and you haven't been out and you're single and you're having an orphan Christmas. We're having some people over our house that their family doesn't live here. So we're going to be like, come to our house. You know, if you're an introvert, can you be a little bit more? Maybe can you go on a date? Maybe can you put yourself out there? Maybe can you say yes because you always say no? Maybe it's time for you to say yes. Who do you want to be? It is the end of the year. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not doesn't matter. Who do you want to be at the end of this year? There's going to be some awesome opportunities coming your way. Will you have your door open, or is your door going to be closed? Just check in with that with yourself. Who are some of the people? Where are some of the places? What are some of the things that you need to steer clear from? So I'll say it again. Who are some of the people or the places or the things that you need to steer clear from, stay away from? Is it alcohol? Is it that group of friends that smokes and you're trying to quit? Is it that family member who you're just like, I can't be around them. I fucking hate my life when I'm around that person. Is it that friend? I hate going to that place. That place doesn't make me feel good. What is it? Figure it out, write it down. Get a fucking plan, get a map. This is what I'm doing, this is where I'm going. I'm not going to do that. Red X, no, no, no. Fantastic. So now when this thing comes and the lesson comes to test you, you could be like, no, thank you. I'm not going. No, thank you. I said no. I already prepared myself. Not like doing it in the moment. Doing it in the moment might be like, yep, okay. And you're like, fuck, I don't want to do that. So get prepared. What are the things that you want to do? Where are the places that you want to go? Every year they do these Christmas things with like snow, and Australia is hot. Like it is summertime here, okay? I'm wearing a hoodie, a jumper because today's cold, but it is summertime here. So I'm going to be sweating my ass off on Christmas. It's so weird. But I'm like dying to see snow. They have these Christmas things that I've always wanted to take the kids, but we've always been too crazy and too busy. I'm taking these kids this year. I said to Hamish, I want to do all the Christmas like festival shit that's going to happen. I want to take the boys, you know, I want to do that. Is there a roller skating rink or an ice rink? Let's take them to do that. Like, let's go do some Christmassy shit with the kids. I want to do that. When are we taking off work? When are you stopping this year? When are you stopping, Erica? Good question for me as well. When are you slowing down? What is the last day of work or business for you this year? When is it you time, fill up time, family time? Think about that. When are you coming back to life? When are you coming back into the world in January? Some of us have to work because of, we run a business or our work schedule. But set a day of when you're going to actually take time for yourself, especially if you run your own business or if you work for yourself. Or if you're a boss and you're able to set your own time, when? What are you committing to doing with your family? What can you do with your family this year? Your unit, if you got kids or you have a partner, not your external family, what are you committing to doing with your family? What's something important that you want to do, a memory that you want to create? And I'm thinking even like end of year, like do you have an end of year wrap up or celebration or ceremony that you do with your family? Something, right? This year we're going to spend Christmas and New Year with Hamish's parents, and we haven't done both. And it's going to be amazing. But we're still going to do our little ceremony and ritual that we do at the end of the year. And if they think it's too witchy and whatever spiritual, cool, we don't give a fuck. We're going to do it. You know what I mean? Like, what do you need to do for you and your family? Just some of the questions. What are the things that are going to get in the way? What are the tests? See if you can preempt the tests that are coming. Who are the teachers, right? The hard people that fuck with you on these times, or the places that you end up in and you're like, okay, this is really testing me. Get prepared for it. It's the beginning of December. Get prepared. Don't let this shit swipe you on the sidelines. I'll see how I go. Oh, I'll figure it out. I'm telling you right now, if you have issues with food, overeating, alcoholism, people pleasing, saying yes, taking too much, burning out, getting bloated, all the fucking things that happen on the Christmas season, overspending, if you don't prepare yourself, there's no difference. I'm sorry to tell you. It's literally going to be the same shit next year. So I want to give you this little map to think about who you want to be this holiday season and how you want to show up, because you get to choose, my friend. I love you so much. We're going to be putting out the Goals and Intentions Workbook so that you can wrap the year. Hamish and I always do this. We spend 2 or 3 days in January. Our kids are looked after by someone. We're just like 1 year, 2 years, we went to fucking McDonald's with the Wi-Fi and let them play. So don't tell me you can't get help. So you figure out how you have to do this. Go to a park. But writing down, and we just work out how the year was. We reflect on the year that was. And then we go, okay, cool. How's this year going to be now? What do we want for the year to come? And we set and we talk about how we're going to sacrifice, what we're going to sacrifice in order to get what we want. It's an amazing process. I'll make sure to share it with you as soon as it's possible. You can download it for free $99 every year. It's amazing. There'll be a podcast that goes with it as well. So that's it. I love you. Happy December. Take care of yourself. Thank you for being here. Reflect on what you fucking paid for and the bullshit, okay? I love you. Have the best day, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you so much for listening. I freaking love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your ears and your energy and your attention. Thank you for letting me into your world. And thank you so much for listening and tuning in to this podcast. There are so many podcasts you can listen to, and I deeply, deeply, for real, appreciate you listening to mine. Do me one big favor, one big thing. Please share this episode or this podcast with a woman who you know needs to hear this. This is my mission on planet Earth, to serve as many women as possible so that we could show up, stand up, speak up, and create the confidence and the life that we desire. I appreciate you, my love. I will see you on the next episode.